हेलो एवरीवन, वेलकम टू माय चैनल टेकक्रित। आज की नई वीडियो में हम देखने वाले हैं क्योंकि माइक्रोसॉफ्ट रिक्रूटमेंट प्रोसेस ऑफ माइक्रोसॉफ्ट। क्योंकि सबसे पहले तो बिग टेक कंपनीज में काम करने का ड्रीम सबका होता है। एवरी ऑलमोस्ट इन अ जनरल केस, like 90 to 95% people want to work for a big tech companies like Google, Apple, Amazon, Netflix, Microsoft, uh, Twitter. ओके, सो ये अब टॉप रोच लेवल की कंपनीज हैं, दीज 6 and 7 कंपनीज। आज की वीडियो में हम एक ऐसे ही बिग टेक कंपनी के सीनियर डेवलपर के साथ मिलने वाले हैं, जो थंबनेल में आप ऑलरेडी देख ही चुके होंगे वो कौन है। सो ही इज मिस्टर रंगनाथन सर, मिस्टर राजकुमार सुब्रमण्यम सर। सो actually, Rajkumar sir is basically from a Tamil Nadu. He is a experienced senior software developer in the Microsoft organization. He have almost 4+ year of experience in the Microsoft. So आप समझ ही सकते हो कि उन्हें बहुत अच्छे खासे years का experience है। तो वो आज हमारे साथ इस वीडियो में जुड़ने वाले हैं। ये हमारे लिए बहुत प्राउड की बात है कि उन्होंने अपना टाइम हम लोगों को दिया और इस तरीके की वीडियो शूट करने के लिए रेडी हुए। So I want to first of all thanks to him and thanks to you guys also, जो आपने मुझे इतना सपोर्ट किया प्रीवियस वीडियो में। इट इज लाइक अप टू द मार्क, जो आपने सपोर्ट किया, जितना उसको शेयर किया। आई एम हार्टली थैंकफुल टू ऑल ऑफ यू। और प्लीज, अगर आपने अभी तक चैनल को सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है, क्योंकि ऑलमोस्ट मैंने देखा 60 to 65% पीपल्स आर नॉट सब्सक्राइबिंग माई चैनल हु वॉच दिस वीडियो। सो प्लीज, I request you all, if you are watching my video, then please subscribe and please tap the bell icon so never miss an update. आज हम राजकुमार सर से मिलेंगे, रिक्रूटमेंट प्रोसेस के बारे में जानेंगे और कैसे कोई टियर 3 कॉलेज का स्टूडेंट कोई रेफरल कैसे ले सकते हैं, हम लोग उसके बारे में भी जानेंगे। वी विल रैप अप ऑल द थिंग्स, ट्राई टू कवर ऑल द थिंग्स इन द वन वीडियो अबाउट हाउ टू गेट इनटू द माइक्रोसॉफ्ट, राइट। सो स्टे ट्यून्ड थ्रू आउट द वीडियो। आपको वीडियो लास्ट तक देखनी है फॉर श्योर, एंड कमेंट जरूर करना है अबाउट वीडियो आपको कैसी लगी, कैसी न्यू वीडियो आप चाहते हो, किस कंटेंट पे चाहते हो, व्हाट आई कैन शेयर विद यू। सो प्लीज, एंड मैंने एक टेलीग्राम ग्रुप बनाया जिसपे मैं हमेशा अपडेट्स पोस्ट करता रहता हूँ। सो यू हैव टू ज्वाइन दैट ग्रुप ऑल्सो, इट विल बी वेरी बेनिफिशियल फॉर यू। उस पे गेट के रिलेटेड मटेरियल्स, कॉम्पिटेटिव प्रोग्रामिंग के मटेरियल्स, सब्जेक्टिव कंप्यूटर से रिलेटेड सब्जेक्ट्स के नोट्स, एवरीथिंग आई विल अपडेट अलॉन्ग विद जॉब अपडेट, इंटर्नशिप अपडेट। चाहे आप बैच 2022 के हो, 3 के हो, 4 के हो, 5 के हो, you have to join that particular group. So let's start the video and let's connect with the sub. So as you can see, Rajkumar sir is now getting connected with us, and I know him personally as well and professionally as well, because I worked under his mentorship. I undoubtedly I can say that he's a great person and he is very knowledgeable as well. So it is my and our subscribers pleasure that you are here for giving your opinion and sharing some tips and tricks about how to get how to make successful, how to make reality of the dream to get job in the big tech companies as well, for professional mentorship as well. So first of all, welcome to Techkrit, sir. Now I would like to say, please give us a brief introduction about yourself.
Sure. Thanks a lot, Krit, for the introduction, and thanks everybody for watching. To give a quick introduction about myself, I'm Raj. I've been working in the software industry for more than 7 years. I was an undergrad in computer science before that. My journey started with Citibank, where I was working for close to 5 years. And then for the past couple of years, I've been working with Microsoft. Throughout my industry experience, I've been working with different technologies in the app domain, where I worked on the backend, I've worked as a full stack developer, I've worked as a data analytics solution, all that. So my experience has been vast in the past 7 years. I've been blessed to have all this exposure through the right placement and the right guidance that I got from some other senior folks.
That's really great, sir. And sir, we have a bucket of questions that I need to ask, and it is on the behalf of my juniors, my classmates. So we need to ask something for a guidance purpose. So the first question
Sure,
is
let's
what?
get started.
Yeah, sure, sir. So first question is, sir, what is the recruitment process in the Microsoft? Like whenever any fresher will try to get a job, fresher try to get a job in the software development field, then what is the recruitment process?
The recruitment process, as a disclaimer, I should say, is a subject of time. So it can keep varying. But at the current scheme of things, the way it works for the freshers that uh, mostly it will be your college, which facilitates with a product for campus recruitment. But if it
Hmm.
is not for campus hires, I think the process is going to be very different for every college. So I'll not go into the campus placement kind of thing. But when you take a lateral campus interview or lateral interview with Microsoft, the process works this way. You will have a first level of coding test as an online test, where you will get the
Okay.
link and you will have to take that test. It will be a timed contest for probably an hour and a half or something like that, where you will have to
Mhm.
solve probably a couple of coding questions and there are a bunch of MCQs. The moment you clear that screening test, then a
Okay.
recruiter will directly connect with you in person. They'll call you and tell you all the processes that are to be followed for the steps.
Hmm.
Depending on what role you apply, usually for a software engineer role who joins as a fresher, it's
Hmm.
usually a four-step interview process. You have 4 rounds.
Forced.
The first
Okay.
couple of yeah, the first couple of rounds will probably have in coding. When I
Hmm.
say coding, specifically, it's going to be focused around algorithms and data structures. And
Okay.
the third and final round is more going to be tested towards your passion and how technical sound you are. So this can mean a bunch
Okay.
of things. For example, it can be subject-wise knowledge, it can be design concepts, or maybe
Okay.
they'll ask you to walk through your resume based on some projects like that. But the first 2 rounds are guaranteed to be a coding round, and the subsequent 2 rounds are going to be a test of your technical skills, depending on the role that you apply for.
Okay, that's really cool, and recruitment process is also very authentic. So, sir, the next question is, sir, which subject we need to focus on in order to get our dream job in the same domain? We are talking specifically about a software engineering technical job role in the industry. So, which subjects are too much important on which we need to focus on?
So to start with, I think object-oriented programming is an important concept. It comes under
Okay.
different syllabus. I think you can have it in C++, you can have it in Java, but the core concept of object-oriented programming, that's
Yeah.
something that is a must-have. So do learn that. Of course, for clearing interviews, there'll be a lot of emphasis on algorithms and data structures. So make sure
Okay.
that you pay attention to time analysis, time complexities of whatever code you write, and pay attention to data structures, because depending on what data structure you use, your solution's time complexity can vary. So these are three important must-haves for any software engineer who's applying for a role.
Okay, sure. So I'm going to, yeah, it means one programming language, object-oriented concept, with the implementation properly in a time uh, constant ratings, right, sir?
Absolutely. So when I say these three subjects are important, it doesn't mean the other ones are not important, just that these are more
Yeah.
important than the others when it comes to clearing interviews.
Yeah, for clearing interviews, other subjects are very important, but at least to cross a basic assessment and coding, the one first and second, so everyone should have to be knowledge of these subjects. Yeah, sure, sir. So the next question from our bucket is like, what is the difficulty level of a whole process? Like whenever we will cross, so what is the difficulty level of that programming and as compared to the others, as compared to the other level?
Uh, so depending on who you ask this question, you will get varying answers. So that depends
Okay,
on what level of comfort in programming you have or the grip that you have of these subjects. So
okay.
for a person who's getting started, and if you're passionate, if you write code that compiles very quickly, and you know that, for example, there are online judges. If you're able to
Mhm.
get a lot of accept solutions for whatever code that you're submitting, then it's an indication that you're in the right path. So if you can easily say even 50% chance for every 10 submissions you make on an online judge, if 5 of your solutions directly get accepted, then it means you're in a comfortable level. So just to put it in
Okay.
terms of relatable perspective.
That's really great. And sir, one more thing, if any of the student or any of the uh, like fresher or want to getting connected with a big tech company recruiters, so is there
Mhm.
any way that most of the people will say that you need to follow him on the LinkedIn, you need to approach him on a LinkedIn. So how there is any specific way to approach them or how to do that? If you have any tips regarding that, so can you please explain us?
Sure. Directly getting to recruiters is one way of doing it, but that's a lengthy process because recruiter, from a recruiter's perspective, are a stranger. So first approach I recommend for any fresher who's applying is to find within your student network or your seniors or your relatives or friends who are already working there and ask them for a referral. But when it comes to a referral, it's a kind of a process that involves reasonable judgment. So you have to ensure that you have credentials that you can prove to the person, and then
Mhm.
say that you want to apply to this role for XYZ reason. And the moment you do that, there's this internal employee referral that you can leverage where a person can take your resume and say that I recommend this person for this role. That I think is the fast track route. If you take that route, then it's most likely guaranteed, unless you don't have a good profile. I think you will most likely get a call from the recruiter for subsequent round of processing. But in the scenario where you don't find a person to give you a referral, in that event, you can definitely reach out to the recruiter on LinkedIn. But I don't
Mhm.
know how active they are because it will depend on every recruiter. No two recruiter is the same in terms of how they engage with people. So other
Yes, sir.
reliable way is to apply in the career site of any website, be it Amazon or Microsoft or whatever
Okay.
company are looking to get hired. Go to their career site and drop in your resume and apply there. That is a guaranteed way of ensuring that you have some traction.
Okay, like first of all, we need to search inside of our circle that who is already working in that. In front of that person, your skills are also well proven. Your profile is also getting checked. Then he can refer you to the recruiter that I recommend this student or this fresher. Yeah, so this will be
Absolutely.
the. Yeah, absolutely. That is great, sir. So now this is a way how to get referral, and the second, the most important that if you don't have any referral, then you can directly go on their career site, check the multiple openings, and you can apply for that. So that is also very clear, sir. And now I want to ask that what are the tips and tricks that you basically recommend to a fresher or a college student that they need to follow in order to get a very good job, whatever they are dreaming to pursue? So can you
Got it.
please
So
do that?
first,
Mhm.
sure. So firstly, have some clarity in terms of which stream of work you want to join. Now, IT
Sir,
industry has a lot of fields. So right
yeah.
now, let's assume it's going to be software engineering. From
Yes.
that perspective,
Hmm.
then what is going to be important is you need to be top notch in your coding skills to get a product from job. So ensure that you
Okay.
sharpen these skills because this will take a bit of practice. So open online accounts and all the online judges and take part in timed contest. I'm stressing on the word timed contest because
Time to
if you
con.
take 1 day to solve a if you take 1 day to solve a problem versus 1 hour to solve a problem, that is going to
Yeah.
make a big difference in the interview because you don't have one full day for interview, only have 45 minutes probably for every round of interview. So what is important is not how long you take to solve a problem, but how quickly you solve is also going to be one of the key factors. So ensure
Okay.
that you find quick solutions. One hack that people do is to look for sites like Geeks for Geeks. There is a repository of already existing solutions. People generally go take a
Yeah.
stereotype
Yeah.
template and then apply that. I would
Hmm.
recommend not to do that. It's
Yes.
usually recommended to do
Absolutely.
that, but I would recommend against it. When you look at the problem, if you have the luxury of time, do not directly look at the solution. Instead, try to work it out. While you work it out, first time when you do it, it can take some days. It can take 2 days, 3 days to solve a problem. But when you keep doing that as a habit over a point of say 6, 8 months, then it will start coming naturally. The next time you look at a new problem, it won't take that long. You will be able to come up with a solution in a few minutes. That is first thing I would recommend. Sharpen your coding skills inherently. Do not look for easy solutions or already given editorials. Try to solve it
Yes.
on your own.
Okay, sure. So this is about coding, sharpen the coding skills, and anything else, sir, other than apart from coding?
Apart from coding, in tech jobs, they don't pay too much attention in terms of what your
Yeah.
personality is and communication and all that. But if you think it is required for your job, ensure that you are comfortable in communicating your thoughts. If you have that level of fluency in the language, that is sufficient.
Okay, that's really cool. Means first we
These are
need
the
to
only two things I think for the interview.
okay, like first of all, your personality, gesture, and communication, like basic these things, basic soft skills, and the second one is sharpen your coding skills, very top notch. If you want to pursue yourself in the big tech companies or for specifically for the software developer, right? So, yep, this is an amazing experience. We also learned a lot of things from you, sir. So, first, I would like to thank you a lot for giving your valuable time. Now, my bucket of question is become empty here. So, I already asked all of the things about subjects what we need to focus, difficulty level, hiring process, and how to get referrals, LinkedIn, and so everything is concluded in the tips and tricks. So the main important factor that I get, that I understand it from this, from sir, that you need to sharpen your coding skills as well, because if you want to pursue for tech job, then your coding skills matters a lot, especially a competitive coding in which time constraint coding is really needed. So for that you can check many websites like code chef, and you can participate in different coding contests, so it will enhance your profile as well. So
And
uh,
one other final thing I would like to add for anybody is that if you do not know a route, take a help of a mentor. For example, Omkrit is acting as a good mentor at this point for all the viewers, right? He's guiding in the right
thank-
direction. So find somebody who has walked the path. They will ensure that you get to the final destination quickly. You can also find the destination, just that
yes.
somebody has already done it. So why not leverage on their experience? So definitely leverage mentorship.
Yes, sir. And yeah, but your videos, I think, really helped a lot of them. So they will already get the direction how to get start. But for sure, if anything you need from my side, then I'm always ready for your help, mentorship. And I will give the in the description box. I will attach the sir LinkedIn account profile link, so you can connect with him, and also you can try to ask your question or doubts. If you directly want to ask something from sir, so you can directly connect with him. So thank you so much, sir, for getting connected with us, for giving your valuable time. I really inspired from this whole process, that how, and I will definitely, after some time, I will try in the big tech companies, in which company which I'm dreaming to get the job. So thank
Sure.
you so much, sir.
Thanks a lot. Bye.
सो थैंक्स फॉर वॉचिंग माई वीडियो। डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में सभी सोशल मीडिया प्लेटफॉर्म्स के लिंक्स दिए हुए हैं, जिसके थ्रू आप मुझसे डायरेक्टली कनेक्ट हो सकते हो। एंड आई विल शेयर ऑल द पीपीटीज एंड डॉक्यूमेंट्स जो भी मेरे पास होगा इन द टेलीग्राम ग्रुप, एंड इंस्टाग्राम पे आप मुझे डीएम कर सकते हो। और मेरे वीडियोस को लाइक, कमेंट, शेयर, and please subscribe my channel Techkrit for these kind of videos. Thank you so much. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.